did average about 65 to 70% occupancy.
Throughout?
Throughout, yeah.
Welcome back to Hospitality Asia channel on HAPA TV. I'm Jennifer Ong. Today we are with a general manager of Sama Sama Hotel. We call it the airport hotel that's owned by Malaysian Airports. And they have a very, very interesting story about how they've transitioned themselves from an airport hotel to more really a lifestyle hotel. We have Mr. Sundra Kulendra, General Manager of Sama Sama Hotel, with us today here at the studio to tell us more about the new Sama Sama Hotel, especially after the pandemic, and what it has to offer. Welcome, Mr. Sundra.
Very good morning. Nice to be here.
Yes. So tell us.
Please go ahead.
Yeah, tell us. I mean, this is what, a 25-year-old brand, right?
We initially started as Pan Pacific, but like I said, it was always been owned by Malaysia Airports. And in 2012, when the Malaysia Airport wanted to self-manage and take it to a different direction because of other properties that we manage as one, as where the name birth of Sama Sama came in was quite passionate about it by our former chairman, who wanted a little bit more Malaysian feel to it rather than, so it's still a doorway of Malaysia. So it worked out quite well.
Right. And how many rooms do you have? Was there any renovation that was done to the
We
hotel?
did the full renovation of rooms at 2012 going through to 2013.
Right.
We are due soon, but it was previewed. Total number of rooms, 442. 442. Banquet capacity is about 700 plus.
Wow.
Meeting rooms and obviously pool and all the other full services that come with a five-star hotel.
Wow. I was just with Chef Farhan, right?
Farhan, that's right.
Yes, just a couple of days ago. And he was talking to us about the Continent restaurant. And it was mind-blowing, like what, 7 different cuisine?
Yes.
Yeah. And really serving from appetizer right down to dessert, and they all have their own stations,
That's right. That was the concept that we wanted to be different when we created this concept. And we wanted a whole walkthrough with a different ambience rather than it's just walking through. And I don't know why everybody calls it, those days we always call it coffee house. We call it in all-day dining now. But when everybody calls it, why does it need to look like a coffee house? That was the question that I always asked. So even the station, we have the Mediterranean, the first one. So obviously, it's all called continents. You change name from degrees to continents to be more airport relevant. And the whole walkthrough is experience because the tiles and the deco and so on and so forth, the station and the cuisine we call the Mediterranean, the Japanese corner, the Malaysian walk, where we added in also the kopitiam. And it's a big U, goes to Equator, it's connected if you want a bit of privacy and a private and chef's table. And then it's connected back to a terrace, which never existed, and so on and so forth. So it's a whole experience. So and we almost doubled our capacity. So one of the idea, the reason, I'm maybe talking too long. The whole idea that we increased the capacity in the all-day dining with all this concept was I didn't want my meeting groups to dine in the foyer and banquet halls. I wanted them all have it. So the capacity gave me by not only walking, allowed that. So all meetings and all that enjoy their lunch or whatever packages they take also at the same. So it's a dining experience not only if you are walking in or booking, but it's also for meetings.
Fantastic. And we were talking earlier, I was just saying about, Sama Sama Hotel being an airport hotel that have transitioned now to lifestyle. And Sundra, you've been in the industry for 35 years, yeah? You've seen how things have changed, and now you're not talking about staying at a hotel for the sake of staying. You're talking about entire experience, a lifestyle experience. Can you share with us, in your opinion, how has it transitioned? How has guest experience changed? How does hotel need to look at guest experience in a very different way?
Like I say, end of the day, we have to listen. I'm sorry to say, but those were the days when we get comments and we find the first bin to throw it in. Everything's live now. We have to read what people say, we have to address it. There's no way about it, and people tend like for instance, we have a electronic gas comment, and it pulls in good and bad, average, or even good feedbacks, and you have to address every single. You can't leave it aside and say that thing, or even a good comment thing. So that has to be addressed. And in this day and age, I think we have to look at it in open-minded. Most guests are most guests are genuine with their comments, and like I said, I get some comments that we can put it on a quick fix, on a midterm, or it has to be addressed in the capex. So at least there's feedback that you can take and then say you can address it. Lifestyle, I think now you're mixed with also the newer generation, a little bit more fussy when it comes, because they travel and they
They're
see
more
things.
well-versed, right?
Well-versed, exactly.
Yes.
And they know exactly what they want, which is that's the beauty of it. They know what they want. It's not like those days I can take a bottle of wine and serve, and they wiggle the glass and they don't even know what they're drinking. That's a fair comment. But what I'm trying to say is, in this day and age, even the younger generation, or they know because they've traveled and all that. They know exactly what they want. They know what they're tasting and what they're eating. So, obviously, our requirement to address this guest experience, I guess, has elevated tremendously, and it's going to continue.
Yeah, that's right, isn't it? I mean, the art of listening. Yeah,
that's right.
I think that should be the new training for all hospitality: how to listen with an open heart. And I like how you put it in that perspective, Sundra. About is it a quick fix? Can you all the feedback that you get back from your customers? Is it a quick fix? Is it a midterm, or is it a long term? Because it requires capex, right?
That's right.
And that's how you segregate it.
That's how we do it.
Beautiful.
That's how we did with the renovation, because that came in and was pre-planned. We were supposed, after this restaurant, we were supposed to go directly into rooms upgrades and renovation. Obviously, we got hit with pandemic and so on. So obviously that will push. It's not that we won't do it, but it's more planned for 2025 now.
I see, right. Yeah, and talking
Sorry,
about
2024.
how tough.
Sorry,
2024.
2024.
Okay. And talking about the pandemic, but before that, I'd like to, of course, congratulate Mr. Sundra and his team, because Sama Hotel has been nominated as one of the Malaysia's best hotel in the HAPA Awards Malaysia Series 2022-2023.
Yeah.
So, and we talk about resilience, and part of the HAPA Awards this year, we want to do two recognition. Of course, the conventional, traditional awards for excellence, for service quality and product quality. But we also want to award all the nominees for resilience, for their resilience, that they really kept it together, pulled through, came back on, and now ready to serve the industry again. So how was it like for Sama Hotel during the pandemic time?
We did very well. Okay.
No wonder you saw him keeping quiet all along.
Okay, we did a fantastic first quarter in 2020, because obviously we have the GP testing and so on and so forth. We did a very good thing. And when pandemic hit, we were the first POS hotels to start.
Right.
And what was the beauty of it? We were doing dual. We're doing green zone and red zone. So just to cut short, we did average about 65 to 70% occupancy
Throughout.
Throughout, yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
During the first quarter, we were 80 and above throughout thing. But we did a mix, because obviously we had the government contracts, which is under MOTEC was first to do minimum 150 rooms paid by the government. We had a solid under embassies, oil and gas, which did the premium rates for quarantine, which that was a gateway. And we had still running a couple of floors on aircrew. So again, the beauty of it, a lot of air crews were in the hotel, were stuck. They moved there because the flights were still going on. So we added on a few more air crew, plus a lot of people transit. And we got longer room nights because
they were stranded.
Stranded, paper, visa, all the work that came. But we pulled through, but we did not trench. We did not cut any salaries throughout.
So you kept the whole team.
The whole team.
Everyone on the same payroll.
All the same,
Wow,
all throughout.
okay.
Only Summer Express KLIA 2, we had to shut it down, but the staff moved over and because everything was room service
I
then.
see.
So
Okay.
because of pandemic,
Right.
everything ran as normal, except without the dining, sit-down dining. Everything was served to the room.
As per.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. Huh? Amazing. Congratulations on
Thank
that.
you.
So, Sundra, you also have two other properties, right? Two other boutique
We have
properties.
Summer Express KLIA 1 and Summer Express KLIA 2.
Right.
Both come with rooms, but we sell it a little different there. It's sold by 6-hour blocks.
Actually.
Because it's more transit, but
Right.
KLIA 2 has longer. Then we have the restaurant and lounges to go with it. So we have also people staying or people use the, because we have also facilities as a lounge package and shower and those kind of things.
Right.
Those who want to do in between flights, so on and so forth.
Okay, I see. And what are the facilities that you have at Summer Hotel now?
Summer Hotel is the banqueting. We have a capacity of 700 and above. Off-site, we can do about 1,000 plus. We share with Malaysia airports on the open areas that we have. Meeting rooms, poolside, the spa, and so on and so forth.
Right, right. Oh, so you still have the spa there, huh?
Yeah, but we're definitely going for full renovation in about a couple of months.
Oh, that's good.
It's full, the whole swimming pool, the whole. That's the one we missed out through after F&B, the rooms and all that. But like I said, pandemic really disrupted everything.
It has certainly. So let's talk about guest experience moving forward in 2023. Because now the times have changed. I mean, we were just having a chat before we started the show. You were talking about how our kids are now compared to when we were before, right? I mean, we were not as affluent or as well-versed as they were.
Exactly.
They are now, rather, when we were at that age. So what has really changed in terms of guest experience in hotel? And what is Summer looking at? How are you going to make that change? Or how are you going to make Summer Hotel relevant to what guests are expecting moving forward in 2023?
One of the things in my key yearly that I insist from all my department heads is we always come out with a strategic initiative by department.
Right.
Everything, there's few touch points. The main touch point is guest experience. Even why do we need to turn down every day with the rooms with the chocolate? Simple as that. Why? It's sometimes it's stereotype that hotel does this and does that. So we take it on a different level. Why do I need to bake a croissant and put it on the shelf? Why can't we walk around fresh? Things like that. Thinking of little things like that. And then we create other experience later. So it's always the touch points, I feel that. And one thing I felt that's always a winner is always a surprise element. It's like telling you, tomorrow I'm going to buy you a diamond ring.
No surprise.
But it's no surprise. But if I give it to you, that would have been a different.
Like, okay, that was what you said yesterday.
Exactly. So the guests are the same. So we have put in a lot of elements to become the same. So that comes back, to me, it comes back to employee empowerment, what they can do and what they do. So I allow the area, as long as you say, so if you're going to take a piece of cake and say, sir, thanks for coming, this is for you.
Yeah.
That's the element itself. So we have a lot of touch points on the areas. Everywhere that's guest touch points, we created experience, and it works well. It works well.
That's really nice. And what are three main things you think, in your opinion, the three things that customers expect these days?
In where the hotel I come from, safety is always number one. It's always been, because I think that's something that customers do look for. Then it's guest experience is definitely.
And what specifically do you think people are looking for in terms of guest experience? What do customers want?
Customers want to feel welcome. They want to be noticed. They want to be welcome. It's one of the areas that we have in our guest electronic that says pampered. I'm not happy with the ratings. So, yes, it comes out a lot.
As in you do a feedback to see how pampered your guest feels.
That's right.
Oh, good.
So, yeah, I'm not soaring high, I'm not soaring low, but it's
Okay.
in between. So
Right.
these are the areas that we look, how do we address this thing? So I'm asking which are the touch points? Okay, now could it be checking, could it be the buggy or the drop off to be? So I think, so those areas, I think, and it comes out quite a lot in the sense that they want to feel pampered, they want to know, they want that extra. It's not like those days that I check in the hotel, I will open the key.
Yeah.
It's the whole
whole
journey.
experience, the whole journey,
to the
right? From
checkout.
the
Yeah.
time you, even I think from the time you book the hotel,
Yeah.
till the time you leave the
Leave
hotel. What do they feel like?
Exactly. They still like it. So what I try to do, or even my senior management after their times in meeting, everybody is at the lobby, and we chit chat. That means you get direct contact with the customers. I walk to restaurants every day. So every time it's full, I go table by table, and I'll say everything's okay. So I get a feel of it. So that's the way. So then I station myself in lobbies normally. So it doesn't matter. So they are free to walk and talk to each other, and emails and things like that, which you can't solve. You can't do a recovery better than the person right in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Really interesting points. Mr. Sundra, before we leave, any special message to your guest?
Well, come experience it. Like I put it up in the videos. Come hug me because you got a lot of rabbits in the hotel. You can hug me at the same time and come and join us for experience.
Absolutely, really nice. Very, very, very interesting points that you've raised up, Sundra.
Yeah.
You know, very interesting. And this is, it's good to actually. It's an honor, I always say, to be able to get brand owners and leaders, you know, here to tell us the brand story and what actually are the touch points, you know, that are very important in today's hospitality. So thank you so much, Mr. Sundra. Thank you for spending time here.
Thank you for having me here.
Thank you. Thank you so much for watching. That was Mr. Sundra Kulendra, General Manager of Sama Sama Hotel in Kuala Lumpur. We will catch you for more episodes on HAPA TV, Facebook, and Instagram, and LinkedIn. See you then.